Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good night, good night, good night. Welcome to another episode of our Meals podcast. Of course, I am your host, The Voice. Sorry for the late start. We were backstage. We were talking about living in Jamaica and all this kind of stuff. I really didn't know it was that expensive to live out there because I wanted to move back out there and so. But I probably have to rethink it or probably get up some more money, get my money up. All right, but without further ado, we'll go ahead and introduce our panelists tonight. Obviously, we have Ryan. We have Ryan with us tonight. How you doing, boss?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
And then we have the two beautiful ladies. We have Wooden Spoon with us tonight, and we have Charms with us tonight. So we're going to talk it up. How is everyone doing?
I'm doing well. Okay.
Last year, Charms said she have to leave in an hour. We have a research thing for submit in 2 hours. So I have to try and make this nice and snappy and informative as we can, right? But before we even start on the topic, right, there's a little thing I wanted to discuss before, and I think Charms and I was discussing it one away, and Ryan and I was discussing it too, but I never really hear Wooden Spoon take on it. But it was about the father that killed his son, right? The Wolmer's guy, 15-year-old guy. And my stance on it is this guy he was negligent and he should spend some time. That is my stance. I'm not saying I'm right or I'm wrong. That's just my stance, right? And I'm not sure if you're familiar with the situation Wooden Spoon. Are you?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Coming from a home where my parents check on me 24/7, I know if I'm in the house or not. It's kind of weird to know, or it's kind of weird that they don't. First of all, they didn't know that the child was in the 15-year-old boy wasn't in the house. Where was he at that time? Why is he coming here at 3 in the morning? And why are they so quick to shoot someone? Hearing noise in the yard. It's like, are they paranoid? Did they have a robbery before? Like, what's the backstory? It's very confusing, really.
I agree, totally agree. Charms, I don't know if you want to share real quick, so we'll just get it totally what you think about the whole situation.
I mean, I agree with Wooden Spoon. If I'm in the house and my son is in his room and I hear a noise, the first thing I'm going to check on is my child. That's the first place I'm heading, is my child. And then after that, then, I'm checking the other places. I have to make sure, because it could have been something. It could be the child that is, I don't know, having I don't know, some attack or something. You get what I'm saying? Falling off the bed or is sick, or it could have been the child. So my first thing is check on my family, and then I'll look around for whatever is happening. And then I don't think the first thing you do is shoot. The other thing is, who is that? Because it's either the person is going to run away, or if they're coming for you, they're coming for you. You're not going to get a chance to even fire first, because they're coming in. You understand what I'm saying? They're just busting down the door and they're coming in and they're just shooting. They're not going to give you a chance to hear and defend yourself. So then the second thing after you check on your child, it's going to be, who is that? Because if it's just a thief, they're going to run. So I just feel like he was negligent. He did not follow through with whatever steps or that the regular person should. So he was negligent.
What's his occupation, by the way?
Sorry?
What's his occupation? The father.
I don't know if they mentioned.
I didn't hear it being stated.
It's just like, is the firearm legal?
Yeah,
You know,
it's
is that
legal.
license firearm holder, man?
Because it's really not easy to get a license firearm here. So, like, first of all, how to
I
get one?
heard,
What's
well,
the application?
I heard from somebody that they claim that they know him, that he was a bodyguard. But you know, people love lie and love going like them know people. But that's what I
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah,
That he
For
used
me,
apparently.
to.
still, for me, it's still a bit of both. I agree that negligence is involved. I also understand that when you wake up, your faculties are not fully aware as yet when you just wake up. Because if you're asleep and somebody wake you up and say, "Hey, somebody are
No,
broke in," your faculties them all just chip in same time as if you were awake before. So it's a bit of both for me. I agree that he was negligent in shooting and not seeing who it was. What I do agree with is that him should have called out, because what if it's 5 people that try broken in your house?
Yeah.
What if it's a group of people coming in? I mean, he said that the the report said that the door was like they were opening the door one by one. They came through the grill and then was coming through the door. And I would think that he was in the dark. So being in the dark, you'd have a time to get to them before they get to you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Like
thinking.
he's
So I think he should have allowed the
ignoring.
person to come in first. I mean, even though it could be more than one, but as opposed to shooting first, because you don't know what you're shooting at, which is where the negligence comes into play. So it's a catch-22 really. There's so much that can go either way. If he had shot a thief, if the person that he had shot was a thief, he'd be a hero.
Yeah. But
90% of the time it's going to be a thief.
all
But
right.
this time it wasn't. So
So
and the
Kevin
other
Durant,
thing is this, and the other thing is I heard that when the son got shot, the mother was like, "What you doing outside?" So they didn't know he was outside. And he's a 15-year-old, so you're really not going to check on a 15-year-old that much as you would check on a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old. So it's
what?
just unfortunate, really.
Well, you
Not my,
Ryan,
not
what
my,
you mean?
not my
Listen,
world.
listen, boss. Listen.
Wouldn't
All right,
when you're a girl.
let me read Kevin Bernard thing first. So he's saying that sad truth is guns in the home for protection often hurt those in the house. Children playing with the gun and shooting themselves or others, etc. Totally agree with that, right? What I'll say is, right, Ryan, again, if it was just a regular Sunday morning and you want to go outside and then when you open the door, you say, "Well, you do this one." Fine, no problem. But based on the sequence of events, wife wake you up, somebody are broke in at the house. No. Again, as a licensed firearm, turns out what his wife said to you. Yeah. As a licensed firearm holder, as a husband, as a father, it is your job to secure the household. Now you have to secure it. How do you secure it? Ensure that everybody who is supposed to be in the
Everybody
household
in the
is
room
safe.
with you.
Yeah, account for them. I don't care if you wake up out of 20 nightmare. That's not an excuse. That's not a reason for the way you do. So again, you have to get to them, get yourself really quickly, and then you go. Oh, my son is here. Okay, go into the room
My
with
wife is
them.
here.
Oh, my
Anybody
son
else
is not
can.
here. Then it probably be him. Then I'm call him, Ryan, are you that? And then right, yes, daddy, or whatever the case is, and then it done right this. Right, but the fact same fire through the door and more than one shot through the door. Come on, man. No, I think we have to be, first I hear say them take with the license firearm, so that is good. You should never get one back ever in life.
Kems,
Yeah.
in Jamaica, you say once you discharge a gun and shoot somebody, regardless of the situation, they're going to take the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're a license holder, they're going to take it for ballistics.
Regardless. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. For ballistic.
I don't necessarily agree with it because you believe me naked now for reprisal, but it is what it is.
Okay. All right.
Pretty for
So
investigation.
them say them investigate because they question them and then them send him home.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what come out of it.
No, for me, still, I think he should be. I think he should be sanctioned. I think he should spend a couple of years in jail. But either way, is a sad situation.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes it's tough, and but again, once you sign up to
Yeah,
be
the
a
law is the law
fire
at the end of the
holder,
day.
once you sign up to be that, then you have to deal with everything else that come with
Yes,
it.
sir.
You're not getting a pardon. Oh, I was sleepy, drunk, hungry. No, you're not getting that.
Yeah, you get none of them something.
As I said, I understand, but at the end of the day, the law is the law.
It's
Yeah, but I know
live.
that the possibility exists that he can walk free as well.
It does.
It depends how much money him have and who him know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
As
again, if he pleads guilty, it's probably between 3 to 6 years. There's thereabout.
what would he plead guilty to do? Negligence?
Negligence.
Manslaughter.
Yeah,
Negligence, yeah.
remember it's manslaughter, brother. So they want to charge him based on that.
Okay. Well,
But I agree with what you said still. First thing you should do, account that everybody inside of the house.
got to.
Get everybody in one court
Yeah,
and
because
then
you
Yes.
just
know that,
take it
all
from
right,
there.
the horse is three heads. Once you have the three heads, anything else is fair game now, because
Bro,
everybody account for the whole.
like, I'm gonna show you. If all the way I have a sleepover, right? So I'm here say some shuffling are going up there. May I make sure say my account for every single one I want to know before I make a move for go do anything
Before,
else.
Yeah, that makes sense. It does.
Okay.
And say if you have money, well, Peter Champagne is on the case, so I think I'm more or less saying probably have it.
when it, well, he must be extremely wealthy to get out of that still. I mean, I think so.
He's not extremely wealthy. He probably knows some people, but wealthy he is not.
No,
And I'm not sure he knows the right people because there are some cases that no matter how much money you have, they won't touch it.
True.
yeah.
So, mhm.
All
Yeah, you
right.
don't. Yeah.
All right. So, hey, Levon, can you send Gio the link, please? Because him asked, we'll get the link. So, can you just send him the link? Because I want to know which part to find it. All right. So now we're gonna move into now we're gonna move into the topics, right? And there was a particular thing I wanted to start with because I saw it and I was really interested to hear the female's perspective on it. Because I don't want anybody to say "Me this or me that, but I want to know you guys' perspective on it. So it is saying that women give their best selves and prime years to toxic men, then they want a good man when they're damaged goods on the clearance rack. So I think the clearance rack thing was a bit kind of too descriptive and too crazy, but the overall premise of it, right? And this is it right here. So I'll start with you, Charles. Do you agree with this statement? Why do you agree with it, or why do you disagree with it? And why does it happen? Like, why does it happen?
um, I don't know if I want to agree with that. Uh, if he's a good man, why is he available? You know what I'm saying? If it is an available man, if you're a good man, why are you available? If you're not toxic, why are you available? Is it that you can't tell me that the women that you've dated, unless you're going to tell me you've never dated before, is it that the women were always the problem? It was never you. So I don't agree with this because I believe that all of us, every single one of us, we have gone through things, and some people tend to carry it over in their relationships. Because if I hear you men talk, women love money and women this and Delilah and women cheat and women whatever. It is because of what you've experienced in your past relationships, isn't it? So it's because of what you've experienced. So now you come over, and after you've gone through all of the dollies, you come now and the dolly them beating it down and I'm tired of the dollies and let me throw like a word here so too. They're tired of the big bottom, small waist because them giving a problem. Now you get down into the 30s. You want the little bottom, tiny breast ones. You know that's what you want now. So after you've gone through all the excitement with the dollies, you want a good girl. But in your 20s, you run road deep with the dollies because of how they look on the body and whatever. And now you want the good girls. So I'm thinking we can say the same thing. So I wouldn't want to say that we we give our best to whatever our best years to toxic men. And that's how it is, both men and women. You do whatever you're doing in your 20s, and then when you really understand life, you want better for yourself. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that because it's the same thing. If it's a good man, he should not be single. He
I was
should,
wondering where I was going with this.
huh?
I was actually wondering where I was going with this because I see you led into men when the topic was about women, but now I see where you're
Right,
going.
right. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying I don't agree because I would say both men and women, um you give your best years to the wrong set of people, and when you mature and you get
Because
older,
that's
you
what you
don't
thought
want
you
the same
wanted.
things. You've done that, you've been there and you've done that, and it didn't work, so now you're going for the total opposite of what you were doing in your 20s. So I wouldn't agree with it at
So
all.
are we? So hold on. Are we saying that our 20s are our best years? I'm just trying to understand
I mean,
before
I'm
I.
just using it as an example. Whatever
Oh,
is your
this is an
best years, even
example.
if your 30s, your best years, whatever it is.
I think what the 20s is when you're understanding adulthood. So you
Yes,
You're trying
experiment a
to
lot
you're
in
trying to
20s.
you
find yourself.
experiment, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're trying to find yourself, and so you make bad decisions. And what the problem I have now is if when you're in your 30s and 40s, you're still making those mistakes, you're still dealing with those toxic men and those toxic women, then something is
Women.
wrong with you. So there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong if when you've matured, you want something better for yourself. There's
Hold on, hold
absolutely
on,
nothing
hold
wrong with
on, Charms. Okay, hold on.
that. Uh-huh.
So there's another thing now where men have said that women, the same thing, in their younger days or in their prime years, they go out and them have baby here, them have baby there, them have two, three kids, and then now when them realize that the quote unquote man is toxic, no, they don't want anymore, and you can say they want better for themselves, but they don't want any more quote unquote toxicity, but they want a man now, for example, with no kids, to be able to accept them with your two and three kids with three different baby father, four different baby father, whatever the case may be. Do you think that is a fair thing for a woman to do?
I mean, people want what they want. I can't tell her what to want. Is she going to get it? Maybe, maybe not. But if that's what she wants, she can try for it. Some women, they get lucky and men take them up with the 1 dozen children and love them like its own. So different strokes for different folks. I can't say you have no right to want that. You want what you want, and you can
But the
try.
possibility is low.
Right. So I don't think it's fair to say, oh, she shouldn't expect that because she had how many kids. She wants what she wants, so she can try. And as I said, some women get it, some don't. But
Yeah,
I
but you would
can't.
admit that the odds are lower, right? You
Of
would admit
course,
that.
most definitely.
Okay.
But it's the
Even
same
with
thing.
one child, you lose a little, something there, minus a little bit there. So the more kids you have, the worse it is. But I still cannot say she shouldn't want a type of man or whatever. I can't say that.
All
The
right,
woman,
and I'm going to ask Wooden Spoon, but I want to stick to you 1 second, Cham. So let us dive into it a little bit more. Why is it that can we say, or not we, but can it be said that when a woman has a child, does that decrease her value? Because
no.
hold on. Reason why I'm asking is because you said, even with one child, you lose a little something because it's now more difficult for move into that next for transition into that next thing. So then the more children you have, then obviously the more difficult it is. So I'm asking now, do you believe that now having a child, whether outside of wedlock or you didn't marry or no divorce, do you think those things decrease your value as a woman to a man now who probably has no child, never been married before, but looking at you, do you think that you lose some, not you personally, but women, do you think that women lose some value?
All right.
Personally, no. If it's for in the man's opinion, is the man's opinion, but I don't lose value. I'm still as
Is
just as
value the right
valuable.
word though?
I'm sorry.
Is value the right
That's what
word?
I'm saying. I don't think value because I consider myself valuable. Even if I have 10 children, it's how I feel about myself. So I don't know if value is the right word. I don't think you lose value because then you will have. So if you think a woman with 2 children has lost value, you can have a man out there that thinks that she's the best thing in the world. She's the best thing he's ever met, and he'll wife her and treat her well and treat her kids well. So I don't want to. I don't know if value is the right word
So,
that you want to
okay,
use.
give me another term then.
I'm
Wait,
trying to look for it. You might not be on the top shelf in terms of
You're
I
not
don't know.
first pick. I love to use the word. So
Yeah.
you're not first pick then. For
but
some
but then if
people, huh?
but then but
When it
then
comes to
Charms, but
hmm
then so I think now we're playing X's and O's, right? Because if you're not first pick, then
That's the way you're
in
coming
a
from,
sense
Ken.
you're
Yeah.
losing value.
I don't
That,
know.
that
You
is
don't
it.
lose your value. All right. So as I said, it depends on your definition of value. You understand me? And as I said to you, as far as I'm concerned,
Uh-huh.
I never lost any value. To a man who doesn't want a woman with children, that may be so for him. but you
Marketability, yeah,
there.
marketability. That's a good
Right.
word.
So you do have men out there who don't have a problem with a woman that has children. So as I'm saying, I said I don't know if value, and I see where you're going, but I'm not sure if value is the right word.
All right. So here's Demar Dixon saying, depends on how much kids. One child, that's fine. But what may I do with a woman with 6 kids and I got none?
And that's true, and
Demar,
that's fair.
yeah. But also, so I think so we're going to use the word marketability, right? So I think there's a few things that decrease our marketability, right? I believe if you have been married prior, I think that decrease it a little bit. If some women will have multiple kids, I think that decreases a little bit because I think more and more as we move on in society, I think men are more acceptable of women with at least one child. I think I
That's
think
true. Yeah, it
I
has
think
been
men
over the years. That's true.
yeah, because before it was from you have a child, they write you up immediately. But I think now they must say, okay, if she have one and she willing to have more, then all right, come along, come along. But if you have now two, three, and then baby father here, baby father there, then it kind of allow men to like question certain, question decision making, question this, question that, or whatever. So I mean, we're gonna stick with that term, marketability. All right, wooden spoon. I don't know if you have any kids or anything in a wooden spoon, but can you give us some insight? I don't even remember. Yeah, insight in terms of why do you think it is said that? Because I think men are the ones who say this. Say, hey, when I was trying to talk to that girl when she was 25, she never had given no vibes. But now, not now go on fair and she reached 35, now she try to restructure her life. Now I want to come include me in there. Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing, wooden spoon?
Sorry, the computer made a noise. I didn't hear the last part of the question.
No, so it's like, why is it that all of the good years, all of the prime years, all of the the Coca Cola buckle, the stiff titty, all of them things, the prime years of your life, you don't want X man, but then unfortunately when the thing get a little bit longer, when the eyes them get a little bit more droopy, and so now you want to come, give the same man a chance who wanted the chance in your earlier years. Why is that?
I guess because that man wasn't, the one before was more marketable, right? The one that we gave the chance was probably more marketable than the one that, probably worked on himself because of the constant denying that he got. Maybe he didn't present himself well. Maybe he wasn't as, what would I say, high up on the marketable chart. Is that what you guys using
But
now?
but but,
Marketable?
can, but hold on. But can we now agree that women in their prime years, when they feel like they look their best, can we agree that they go
They
for
try
the
to get the best. Yeah.
they go for the most toxic men, the men
All right.
huh?
Would we say, all right, so why are we describing all these men as toxic? Because it's not like everyone shot and missed, right? A lot of women in their best years are trying to get the best guy that they can, that they believe in their eyes are the best, right? So if they head for this best guy and then, no one actually goes towards them like, oh, I know that he's gonna treat me really terribly. Let me go for him because I love when someone treats me terribly and, ill treat me and disrespect me and etc. No one actually goes like that. No one has toxic with nobody for it. Although we can say that for some it is that there are huge red flags that we choose to ignore,
Yeah,
right? Um, but that
and
doesn't go for all, or that doesn't go for a majority. A majority of them doesn't, you know, move towards toxicity. I would say there are a lot of happy women in their homes currently, right? Um,
but wooden
yes,
spoon. But what is
yeah,
but there are traits, right? So there are traits that you are able to identify because
Yeah.
what I've heard multiple women say in the quote unquote prime years, them no want this a money, I'm too boring. Them no want this a
they
money,
try
I
to go for
only do a
excitement,
work.
money, and status,
Yeah.
right? So that's what
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to go for: excitement, money, and status, trying to get everything to fulfill the fantasy of what they were raised with. For Because Isaac, all right, you're in your 20s. Before your 20s, you're in high school. the teachers, your parents, the movies, the media, they're feeding you what a woman should expect, right? So that's what they try to go for, the Prince Charming theory, right? The person who is, a little on the bad side, however, very gentlemanlike, having, the financial status, the person that can give them everything they want, spoil them, princess treatment, right? Reality haven't really hit them as yet. So this is what they aim for during their youth. Can
Mm-hmm.
we blame them? No, because the men also do the same. It's just like, they go for the best looking women, right? Which normally, sometimes doesn't treat them very well, which is why now they have a lot of bitterness, like, I'm tired of them, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm tired of the dolly them because, all she wants is more money, etc., etc. Because we both play on this thing that we've been learning from media, from you.
So hold on, Levon, put up back Queen Chrissy comment. Now I'll get right back to you, Wooden. So Queen Chrissy is saying, what is toxic? Not all men walk around with toxic written on their forehead.
Can I
So
get a attempt at this
sure,
to
go ahead.
define it? I think toxic in this sense would be, like some of the time a woman will say, okay, the man they have more vibes and him is more fun and the other one boring. And then we go in and say, okay, we can change him now to what I want him to be. I think those kind of men would be what we consider toxic. The ones that them say them want change into what them want them to be. Because some of the time women in go into a relationship with somebody and say, okay, now I want to change this person to from that to this. But they're
Mm-hmm.
going because he's fun
Yep,
and him have vibes and this and that.
yep.
But which are red flags really and truly, but they choose to ignore it because they feel like them can change them. So I think those type of men would be considered somewhat toxic.
And to add to that, Ryan, I think women, and again, I'm not a woman, so but me just I tell you, women just sit out there. So I think women, and that's why I defer to charms and wooden spoon because they want to know how the woman brain work and thing. But what I'm seeing is that so women, so in the early stage, right, like they like to quote unquote live on the edge, right? So again, growing up in high school and so. I realize a lot of the women in my quote unquote generation were going to high school together. They gravitated to the taxi men, they gravitated to the bus conductors, they gravitated to the bus drivers for various reasons, right? They can get a free ride. It was always a thing where it's a schoolboy lunch money done 12 o'clock. So you never want a schoolboy because our money always done. But the bus drivers also. And then there were also a few of them who got pregnant by said taximan, by said busman, by said conductor, right? And then fast forward 5 years now, the same guy who was trying to talk to them at that point in time, now they want to give that guy a chance with one baby, two baby, three baby, and then when the guy don't want to accept that now, then the guy gets the bad name. So I guess that is where my confusion comes in, why I can't understand it, and why it always just seems a little bit blur.
But
Does the guy get the bad
why
name?
is it one sided though? When I was in
Does the
school,
guy? Yeah.
right? Yeah, when I was in school, we used to take the bus home. I have the Calabar boys, the hot ones with them face wash with the cake soap, and them come out. They went for the hype girls. I was not one of them. And now most of them look wash up with them big belly, and they're calling to me. And I do not think so.
You see,
It
it go both
happens.
ways.
It
It cut both
happens.
ways.
It
Right,
does.
it goes. That's what I'm
It's just
saying.
a human
Hammer
nature
sounds
when we're
one sided as
younger.
if it's only women. I
Yeah.
But
remember
Charmaine,
I was the one.
It,
Right.
there's something that you
Charmaine,
said
it's
earlier
sorry.
that I wanted to ask you before we change topic.
For me,
I don't know what your status is now, but
Remember, it's a male podcast.
if it is that you are single, are you saying that you don't want to be in a relationship again? Because you just said, that if a man is good, he is unlikely to be single. So is it that you're saying that okay, I am single, so I'm not going to expect to have a man again, and if I do have a man, he's not going to be a good man?
no, that's not what I'm saying. I was just saying that based on what the statement was, the women they take the toxic men in their younger years, and then when they're older, they want good men.
As
So
to
my
say,
thing
all
is,
the,
then,
all the
why is
good
this
men
good
are left
man
behind.
single? If he did not do the same thing that I did or she did in his younger years, then why is he single? If he's a good man, he should be taken. You understand where I'm coming from?
Not really.
Not really,
Everybody
'cause-
understand? Wouldn't Puni understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
Yes, I'm
clear as
simply right.
day.
Let me try again. So
so
the statement said that the women go for toxic men in their younger years, and when they're older and beat up, they want good men. No, why I'm saying it goes both ways. If this man is so good, that means he never talked to toxic women. He did everything right all his life. He shouldn't be single, so he shouldn't be available. Where this woman who was with toxic men in her younger years would want him. No, he shouldn't be available. Because the question,
You're
if he,
saying
hmm?
you're saying that you're assuming that because he's a good man, he can't break up, or a woman can't break up with him.
In your 30s, you're still single. Why? Because
absolute.
you're a good man.
What?
If you're a good man, what happened?
Am I not a good man?
Oh, that's not.
let me, let me,
Are you a good man? Come on, I don't know.
let
You
me,
could be
let
a
me.
good man now. I would beg to differ in your 20s, but you are a good man. I think you're a good man now. You've learned from your mistakes. Your your mistakes. You've learned from them. So you're a good man now, just the same as women learn from their mistakes. So they're now brand new. Why are you not a good woman?
But all right, so
I don't know why Ryan not understand. I guess the wooden spoon. You get what I'm saying though about the good man, right?
I
Okay.
am. I
and
definitely do.
No,
I'm
it
going
was
to get.
very complex the way you explained it.
It's
I'm going
not
to get
really
Gio.
complex.
All on the chance. I'm going to get Gio in a second. But let me say this, right? For me, I can only talk about me. All right, everybody can talk about themselves, right? When I was in my 20s, Zin, there is no way I would have talked to a woman who doesn't have a big bottom. I don't care
Oh
what her
yeah.
headspace. I don't
See,
care
look
what
at
her
that.
headspace was like. I don't care. She just have once she have a big bottom, then that's a my speed. Zin,
So you're going like a change.
I change a whole lot. I change a whole lot. But however, that was my speed at that time, right? And I don't think that was the quote unquote best version of me, but that was just me chasing a lot of stuff. I was chasing clout. Me used to like when the man then pop off my collar and say, "Oh, you mean my
I know
youth?
that.
Are you that?" You know, me used to like them things that used to fuel me. But then after a while, you realize, say, a big bottom girl
Big problem.
never do anything great to me apart from break my heart. Right? That's the only thing big bottom girl ever do. So I said to myself, say me, I would never talk to a big bottom girl again in my entire life.
Never
Right?
know say I've what.
So,
Eh?
quick question, Kamara. Do you think that if you had made better choices then, that you would have probably been with the right person now? Like, you would have
No,
probably found your person? You think so?
no, I don't think so. Why? Because I wouldn't
It's who
be
we
able to give
socialize with.
I wouldn't be able to give that person everything that they wanted then because my mind was elsewhere.
Yeah.
Right? So then if I talk to, say for example, if I talk to you, Charles, but your bottom no quote and no, I'm not even. Say me I talk to
No,
Wooden
you
Spoon.
can say my bottom is not big.
No,
It
no,
is
no,
not
no,
big.
no, no. No, I don't want to use
Itty
that.
bitty community.
You know why I don't want to use that example. I'm not using that example. See? So let's say me I talk to Wooden Spoon, right? And I realize say, stop wasting your life games and settle down. I'm settled down, Mr. Farmer. I'm settled
Your
down,
bottom
man.
big wooden spoon?
Huh?
No.
No, no,
That's
no.
why
So
I
I'm
use me
saying
as example.
no, so I'm saying if I talk to Wooden Spoon, right? And say Wooden Spoon, this ain't number 20s, like say 25. Say Wooden Spoon have every single attribute that I want in a woman, but her bottom not big. I couldn't
No,
give
go
Wooden
ahead.
Spoon all of me because of the big bottom me I chase. Because when I walk in the streets, the man them have to tell me say, "Boy, are you that Kems?" You know that was just something, and obviously stupid and not nonsensical and all them things. But that is what I wanted
Right.
at that time. No, it's a little bit different from me. I'm looking at more, what you have inside of your personality, the intelligence, etc., etc.
Have
I'm looking for that
inside.
more. And if
Brother,
you
you
have a
still look for the bottom. Don't tell a
no,
lie.
brother, I
If you
promise.
can get that
So
plus the
you
bottom,
so you
then
would say then
yeah,
the lessons you learned from the mistakes you've made has made you a
makes
better man for a good woman. You would say that, right?
yeah.
I would
No?
say, I would say the growth and maturity that I was able to get over these years allowed me to make better decisions.
Okay. So why can't we say the same thing about women? Why do we say
But then, okay, but then the thing is with me
Different.
now. So the thing is with me now, right? And again, the only thing that I did was I like big bottom girls, right? However, with these women or with some of these women, they're coming with add-ons. So they're coming with 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, and then they want the only thing I'm coming with is say, oh, me used to like big bottom girl. That's it. Me I come with everything else where a good man supposed to come with. But then the woman, and then obviously the woman have a policy. Well, you can't love me and don't love my daughter. You can't love me and don't love my son. And then so you come with all that thing now, and you're
Come with
expecting
that
this man
additional
now.
baggage.
yeah,
Yeah.
but we didn't. The statement didn't say anything about kids, really. It was about women dating
Yeah,
toxic men,
yeah, but
and
then,
then
but then in those, but the thing is in a terms, in those good years,
Mistakes were made.
in those good years, these things happen. You have kids.
Yeah.
Some people get married. Some people do this. Some people do that. Right. So it's not only the kids portion, but some people get married. Some people get divorced. Some people go through so much trauma. So now, when you're coming to a new man, now you're mash up. So now the man have to deal with the trauma we have from that old relationship, and now you're coming to this new relationship with the same trauma. Nobody no want to deal with that really. Gio, well, go on, boss.
It's like I get the both, both
But
the
there,
both
man.
these just there's a we can't really communicate them as clearly as we want to, but I get the whole point. I've seen my fair share of both arguments. I've experienced it personally myself, um, regarding as men having, the same height guys. Of course I've never met them in their youth, but I would, when I was dating, I dated this guy. He, good looking man, whatever, very responsible now, but then he, raised the point that he has 2 daughters, right? I was like, okay, karma. But, 2 daughters, how many mothers? 2 mothers. I'm like, oh, okay. Like that was a bit too much for me, you know.
Yeah.
You're
All right.
very nice, very lovable, very responsible. That your kids want nothing. But I just don't think I can deal
But
with
if that's
the.
a deal breaker for you, it's just what it is.
Yeah, yeah. So just as I can have those deal breakers, a lot of men as well, they realize that some women, they're like, you're not a real man if you can't accept me and my child.
Yep.
So basically, the
Yep.
shame, which is, so it happens on both sides. The shame happens on both sides, right?
Perfect.
So it's like the woman would shame some men to kind of accept that,
Perfect.
look, I've changed now. I'm a woman. I know how to take care of kids. I come with
Yep.
experience. A lot of men, they're like, well, the experience
Perfect.
isn't from
Perfect.
me. I have to
Perfect
deal with,
example.
your
Perfect
attitude, your
example
kids'
wouldn't speak.
exam.
can't hardly hear?
Sorry, I have to deal with your attitude. I have to deal with your kids' attitude. They're not mine. And
Yep.
in a little argument, don't talk to my child like that. Don't. They're not in a position to discipline them. So it's like they're at a disadvantage. And a lot of men go through that. I'm not gonna say I was a perfect stepdaughter either. No, me and my stepdad have the best relationship, right? He wants nothing in life, right? Because as I get older, I kind of understand his stance, and he didn't have to do what he did. Yeah. So he did go through a lot previously, and a lot of men don't want to go through that because in the end it never really works out. You spend all your money, then the mother said, you know what, because you do this and because you can't do, you are gonna separate. No, you separate with the kids that you invested in. You can't see the kids anymore. These kids won't call your father. You just spent a whole bunch of money for nothing, right? So there's nothing to reap. There's no benefit towards it. You're no dry. Say for example you're married, the money goes towards kids who won't even call you daddy. You can't see them anymore. The woman gone with half your house, half your stuff. So now
Madness.
you're left with nothing, right? Nothing whatsoever but memories.
So,
So a lot of them have this fear.
so here is Michelle saying, while some men growing up wild oats years, they have kids too. Who say women want to deal with that baby mama drama?
And if they don't want to deal with it, that is their choice.
Definitely.
That's like always our choice to not want to deal with a woman and theirs.
But what is so funny about it in Ryan, Gio, I'm not forget you. But what is so funny about it in Ryan is that when a woman don't want to do the baby mama drama, it's
Yeah.
full on support,
Them get
100%.
praises. Yeah, man.
Oh yes, don't do that. You know them. But then when a man say, "Hey," and Carlene, I wasn't saying that children are baggage. I call it add-ons, right? Because you come plus one, plus two, plus three, plus four, right? But when a man say, "Hey," I, I don't want to deal with you or
You're
your
not
child. So
mature. You're not a
then
real
you're not
man.
man enough. What kind
That's
of
and that's
problem?
unfair. No, I'm saying
Yeah,
it's unfair for them to think that because you don't want to deal with that, then something is wrong or you're selfish. You are entitled to feel how you feel, what you want for yourself.
yeah. But again, this is the cards that we're being dealt as men in this society. Is that we can't make a decision and just firm on our decision. We always have to be scrutinized for such decisions.
You know,
Always.
say man, you know, say a black man I get scrutinized and criticized just because him say him love black woman.
Yep. Crazy.
So
Gio,
that is the world we're in. Yeah.
Gio, what's going on,
Well, on.
boss?
I'm here. I'm here.
So you hear the conversation what's going on, and I really just want you to chip in if you have any additional information to add. What you think about it? Do you agree with us as men, or do you agree with the women on their side? Because they're saying that it works both ways. I'm saying that I firmly believe that women do the primary thing, and then later down, them come and them quote unquote settle after. So what's your thoughts on it?
It go both ways, but the thing is that uh man carry feelings away. Them when a woman make it pass, a man now go make it pass. Him I go always remember say, yo, remember say when they never have to wear brassiere and they look a spaghetti strap them and me that look here. Now look for me, I know the man don't pay a mash up, they want to run in. So it's an
That
una
is
go bash
true.
me, but I true
That is
brother.
true.
Man carry feelings
Man, your
different,
feelings
brother.
real.
Yes, yes.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah, man
But
carry
why is
feelings
it?
different. So
But why
when
is
Mental
that,
in a
Gio? Why
form.
do men carry feelings so heavily? Why is that?
all right, you
Emotional
have to remember
instability.
say when you have to remember in at the time when we young and like we are look the teenage girl them and them now look our way. We are put to a hall in a that do a hall in it and then now you see a man where come and him probably be a conductor, probably be a driver, a taxi man. Even a man in cup star turn a good preps in a season girl. It a go hurt you. It a go hurt you as a man. And everybody can move forward and know say yo a life and all of them things. And all when we move forward and understand what the circumstances are regards to that and can move forward, we still a go have them up. That's just typical man and them
That is
ego.
true. That is true. And then now you make something of yourself, and the man was cheated look, wash up and what and all of them something then she are running for you. Of course you go remind her about the past.
So question is, do
It's
you
just
do you remind her about the past, but still talk to her, or you remind her about the past and just say no, and
no,
not go?
if me I go remind her about the past, me it's just as worse as she as regards to her mistake because me you know say yo I that go on, me grow up understand say yo I just so life set me have to move on. And then
Yeah.
again, me no think me I go be the type of man where I go say yo me still I go talk to her because some of the time it still I go linger in and back and me that say yo look how me that put on my heart. And worse if a child come in place, she a pressure you yo for take that child and you didn't know how to do all the thing as the best stepfather and know say yo say that you could have been my youth.
Mhm.
So everybody deal them situation different. And
Gio,
then
I am
again, I
not
don't have a
available.
problem speak. I don't have a problem speaking to a female that have kids because I love kids in
And
general.
especially at
The
this
thing is
age.
with me, if what I will have a problem with. As I was in a relationship with someone already that has two kids, but is the same father, and it showed me a lot. It helped in development and migrate towards kids, how I deal with kids and stuff like that. The thing is that the gentleman, he has all the money in the world, but he don't have the time. The little things them help them with them homework. That one parents teachers meeting. Him never do none of them something.
Oh,
When it reach a stage where separate, it affect the child so much that I was at work one day, I must see my phone and ring off. I'm not answer it. Then I get a voicemail, I'm listen to voicemail. It was actually the guidance counselor for the child's school calling me and tell me that the little boy now do no schoolwork because him say his mother and him stepfather left and it a hurt him.
Oh,
So
I remember you told us
you
this.
So
have
why
to
you guys
understand.
separate
cruel.
again?
You have to
Why you guys
understand.
separating?
so
Uh,
What?
Because
Wait,
I
let
was
me
young
get
and
nosy,
unwise.
please. Let me get
huh?
nosy. Why you guys
I was young and
separating?
unwise. I was young and unwise, young and
So
doing
you were
stupid
the
things.
fault? Why you
Yeah,
guys separated?
I was the fault. That's why she
What?
separate. But then again,
Infidelity?
look at it from this point of view. No, it do foolish things and all of them something. Girls
Like
and
what?
them thing there. But look at it this way.
That's what I...
Uh look at it from this point of view.
Hold on,
She's she's
Gio.
a she's,
Gio,
she's a
see,
good female.
hold on, Gio. Cause you crack up. See
Yeah.
if you can jump
Yeah,
out
I'm
and
not
jump back in.
hearing everything.
Cause you crack up.
All right.
Yeah.
You know?
So Charles, let me ask you a question, Charles. You there back, Gio? You there back?
Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah, man.
Go on.
Yeah, all right. What may I say is that it was a case where I was the problem, but she that express her where she a go through on the pill at night time. And me still now listen to what she has to. So when she reach out now and start rebel and everybody know them are gonna say, yo, yeah, young youth, you should take a woman, we have kids and so she a go through. But them never dip on the pill at night time when she about to say, yo, you can't do them thing there. But it reach a stage when she a rebel now and them see them have much to say. And me have to be man enough and say, yo, say and me are the problem. And then every man are gonna do that. And then every man are gonna do that.
And
So you
But
were...
tell you
and,
something different.
and that bring me to another question. And let me ask one first and then I'll ask a real question. So Charles, let me ask you. So Charles, let me ask you. Can say no hypothetical situation, a man now come in your life, you and the man there. Can that man discipline your child?
What do you consider to be discipline?
The same discipline or you and see
No,
upon the
my
child
discipline is
can
different. No, I whoop ass.
so him can't so if a man come in your life, him can't whoop ass.
No, you can
What is he
speak to the
allowed to
child.
do?
You can
What
administer other punishments. You can take away TV. You can take away tablets. You can do timeout, naughty corner, all that jazz. But no, you physically no.
oh,
That's because
and what
it's the
is there
truth.
a
I was
is there a
physical. I'm sorry.
particular
Huh?
is there a particular reason why or no?
Because it's just I don't believe in touching. I don't believe in hitting other people's children. That's just me. If I'm with somebody and they have a child, my form of discipline is different. I'm going to, as I said, the timeout, the taking of the devices, the no TV time, the whatever, that's my thing. But to physically hit your child, no. Because sometimes I try my best not to slap my son, but God knows he's a boy pitney and I don't know how that go. And
Mhm.
sometimes I will hit him out of anger and I don't like that. So then if the child is rude and I hit that child out of anger, I don't know how I'm gonna feel or how you're gonna feel about that. If you understand what I'm saying. So if I'm trying my best not to hit my child, then I'm not gonna hit yours. It's not like I really want to hit him, but sometimes him really him just strike a nerve. I'ma just
So
so
Charles, let
that's
me
just
add a
my
little twist to that. All right,
so
so
I,
you're
I don't
involved.
know how much self control um the man will have. I don't know how much self control he will have. And then the child is extremely rude and you
It's
slap
not
him and you
his,
hurt.
you
I
know?
don't
So
know
him
that
follow
part.
the life.
So it is okay to discipline him. It's just the physical thing. No.
All right, so Charles, let me add a twist to that.
Mm-hmm.
So you and this guy's involved, and your form of disciplining your child is probably hit him, and you said you hit him probably out of anger. So no, you do that, and him step in, and he might say, "No, don't hit the child." How would you then deal with that?
I mean,
That's what
I
I'm
would.
saying.
I mean, I would step back and calm down. Like To me, that would be a great thing for me because it shows me that you care about my child and the well-being of my child. I would want to talk to somebody that would protect my child from even me. That would be the best person for me to
Oh,
talk to.
because you know a lot of women who says, my pitney don't tell me for reason.
No, if you know, you know, and that is so wrong.
That's what I'm
I
saying to
want a
Ryan.
man, right? I want a man who would protect my child from even me. That shows me that I can trust you with my child and you will do everything to make sure he's always okay. So I have no problem if you step in and said, no man, you can't hit him like that, or be careful how you're talking to him, you're not to talk to him. So I like that. It speaks volumes
I'm
actually.
I'm I'm going to say something. When I was young and wine, if I see a female and I like her and she have the rest is history.
And what
I
I
The
didn't
didn't
hear
rest
that?
is
everything. What was
history.
that?
No, if I see a female and I like that female and she have a child, the rest is history. It's just easy for me then because what I do is I make friend with the child in my partner first and then know easily the way they go just give in. But most man don't do
Yeah,
that. When them
a
see
lot
a
of men
female
do that.
with them child away, not a year to wait for go
They
in for
can't,
the female.
I
G,
think
G, you
something with the
When
can't,
the female
microphone, but I get
in,
what he's trying to say. So basically,
Um,
he's saying that a woman with a child is a, you know, it's very easy to get them because they get the woman through the child. So he would,
oh,
Oh,
you know, be very nice to the kid, and then that would kind of soften the
G,
mother.
you can't give her the
Oh,
tricks,
that's
G.
really nice. But a lot
Yeah,
of men
yeah,
do
like
you
that.
an
know,
A lot of men
that
do
works.
exploitation.
I
that.
guess that works for some people.
A
That
lot of
works.
say,
men do that.
in,
You
in
know,
I know.
when I was
every
younger.
5 household in Jamaica, it's just probably two father figures. So if you tell a woman say that you want a father figure,
I
still
Jay,
go
quick
bingo.
second. Jump out and jump in back. I kind of
Yeah, because
scratch you.
I'm not hearing. I'm not
Yeah.
hearing well.
What,
Yeah.
what, and Gio actually raised a great point because, especially, with a
It's
single mother who
vulnerability.
is quote unquote struggling to some degree, right? And then you as a man, you step in, say she have a son and the son plays sports, same play all football.
I get buy my
You
football
come
shoes.
and you kick ball, you're not even pay the mother no whole heap of mind. You kick ball with the son, you bring him go to the park, you ride the bicycle with him. Automatically, the woman's like, wow, this is what I've wanted all along. So she
Right.
telling
That's
you
what she
before you
wants.
even open your mouth to her. Right? And Gio
Yeah,
is
they
talking.
play they play on these emotional things because a lot of women want that family unit, and men know that. They know that women want the family unit, so that's what they try to sell, right? Whether or not they want it, that's what they try to sell. Because when I was younger, there was this, my mom. It wasn't a single parent home, but a lot of men were after my mom, and what they would do is they would try to get me stuff in order to try to butter up, or soft up my mom to kind of, drift towards them and thing, which never worked, but it was good for me because I get Blackberry and Mark Echo and
Uh-huh.
baby fat and, pastries. And I'm like, okay, this is nice. My mom is like, okay.
Yep.
And,
That
you
is
know,
absolute.
so
All
when
right.
it does work for a lot, it doesn't work for some.
True. All right. So we have only a little bit more time, so let's move on to the other topic, right? So I guess Ryan wanted to ask you ladies this question, right? He was asking if you would date a man or marry a man that you out earn. Same to the money conversation that we had the other day. Kind of like an addition to it. Like, would you date a man where so say for example, you make 500,000 a year, and him make 100,000 a year? Is
use
that somebody?
Jamaican. Use Jamaican.
So I think that
All
500
right,
pounds
so Jamaican, you make 2 million,
Year.
2 million a year. Say you make 2 million a year, and then he
500,000 a
make
year.
400,000 a year. So Charms, I see you making up your face. So let
No,
me let me.
I'm looking at your
There are
figures.
people
Four hundred
making
thousand a
All
year.
right, let me
there
put it
are
on this
people
way.
who
The
make
woman make 4
500,000 a
million.
year. That's the minimum wage.
The woman make 4 million a year, and the man make half of that, 2 million, which is still a good income, relatively speaking. But at the end of the day, the woman is superiorly or out earning him. The
Yeah,
question is, would a woman have a relationship with a man like
yeah.
that?
Would you have a relationship with a man like that? Because Charms, remember, you are big on I need the provider.
Of
Provider and all
course,
of them
and
stuff like that.
It's not
as
all the
long if
time.
he's a good man and he is a provider, just because I am earning more, I never tell you say I want to be the provider. So even if though I'm earning more, of course I'm gonna still handle things in the home. I'll probably do things a little different than when the man would be earning more than me. Would probably have to. I mean, I would, as long as he knows his responsibility as a man and he's still the provider in the home, I have no problem. If he's not a provider and he's waiting on my income to survive, I am telling you
All
right
right,
now.
let me put it the next way then. All right, you say provider, right? Good, all right.
But
So him pay
Ryan,
the bills,
Ryan, I
him
want to
pay the
say something
bills, then
before you
hold on
ask your
there.
next question.
Mhm.
Huh?
One at a time. Ryan, finish what you're saying, please.
All right, listen.
Yeah, the guy pays the bills and all of them something there. However, him say, boy, Charms, are you responsible for food enough? Because I can't afford to buy the food. Would you?
No, no problem. That's what I said to
Okay,
you.
okay, okay,
Opposed,
okay.
because even if my partner earns more than me, there are things, even though there are things that I still just do. I don't sit and I don't wait and I ask you for say, oh, internet money, light bill money. I take the smaller bills. I volunteer and I take the tiny ones. I do that. I don't ask for that. I take those tiny bills and I volunteer and I pay them. I don't have a problem. No, I don't have to, but I choose to because I don't need to be. When the
Well,
bill come, I'm gonna ask you. Oh, this must be paid.
well,
I can do it. So
well,
I.
Charm. So
Huh?
if you make two times the amount of money where your man or husband make,
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm guessing you would now pay the more expensive bills. So
That's
the
not what
more
Ryan said. No,
no,
no.
I
What
am
he
asking
said
this
was that he
question. So
pays the
no,
bills. No, hold on, no. But he's still earning decent money. Let's not cause this. This is still decent money. You can still pay the bills, and we work out what I pay for. That's it. But I don't. Why me must pay the bigger bills?
so hold on. Is this a partnership or is this a what is this? Because this is
It's a
it. This
relationship.
is it. If I
It's a
am
relationship,
making,
right? But why are we saying because I earn more?
I
I
mean,
must pay the bigger bills. Why is it we can't just say, babes, I'll pay the mortgage and I'll do insurance and then you take care of the utilities and food?
Because
no,
you earn more,
because
you
you
earn
earn more
more.
money. It's just like
How
Simple.
if
much
the
is the
man,
mortgage?
listen, hold
So
on, a
what is
chance.
it? No, so when then who is the provider for my home?
No,
I am the
no,
provider.
no.
Why we have to narrow it down to that? Because aren't we splitting the
All
bills?
right, so
Are
this
we
I
not?
think this goes to communication because there are men who do not watch the money that the women make, right? If they're making decent money, they still cover the bills because they
Say you
believe that
cover
that's
the
what
bills.
they're supposed to
It's
do, right?
right. We
It
just
doesn't
agree
matter if
on
she earns more, they still do what they have to do because they
that's
earn
what
enough
I
to do it.
exactly. I
So
know people,
despite
their
she
wives.
earning more,
Yeah, I know
they
people
still do
who
it because they're able to do it,
you're
right?
able
The
to
Here,
wife now being a
exactly
good wife, if
right.
she wants to, be like, oh, my husband does everything despite of everything. Let me just bring him on a vacation. Let me just do this. Let me just do that. It gets her more into
no,
having feminine
no, but
energy and
let us,
whatever.
okay, but let us be real. Let us be real now. And I don't want you not blasting about provider this, provider that. Let us be real. If you make as much money, and this is somebody where you love your husband and so, if you make as much money as you make, you'd really and truly in your heart pressure the man say, oh, babe, why wouldn't you want to take the more expensive bills until probably him can reach up to your threshold where he can make a certain amount of money. But if you make two times that man money, I mean, I think it's
Chris
simple mathematics to
Rolly
say, huh?
was Charms. If you, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Right. So, Kamar, just to comment a bit on that, all right, the person that you know dating now, right? The money difference, it's he makes much more and stuff, but
Yeah.
if it was the reverse and he made what I made and I make what he's making, he does not care, right? In his mind, this is what he's supposed to do. That is what he believes, right? Of course I can always offer him can take it, but he never use it. You get what I'm saying? He will
Understood.
always take it, and hide it and then use it to buy a gift. He will not, use it towards the bills, because in his mind that's how he was raised. His dad is more like a, make sure the family is good, make sure the house is good. That is how he is. So some men have his condition like that. They're not focused on who makes more. And even though one would be making less, both of us still make good money, so it doesn't dent what he's making,
Amen.
even though he made less.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Like, a mature man does not watch, and it is, and
No,
there
no, no,
are a lot of women. Hold on now. Hold on now. There are a lot of women out here who are earning more than their partners, and many, you'd be surprised. Yet still, the
No, we're
man
not
does what
surprised.
he's
We know.
supposed to. You're not surprised, okay? And
No,
yet
that's
still,
which is why I asked the
the man of the
question.
house still does what he's supposed to do.
No,
He does
Charles,
not
what's
what he makes more.
Charles? You need to stop this labeling thing. I'm mature. This is not nothing to do with where you're
But that's what
mature.
it is. If you're watching, why are you watching my money? Why are you saying because I make more? You're watching my pocket. Why is it you're saying because I earn more, I must pay the bigger bills? Why is it we're narrowing down to that? Why, huh?
Why, boss? The two are in a relationship. Well, I know the two are in a union. The two are in a marriage. The two are married. So when they're married, all finances are on the table. Nothing should be hidden, quote unquote. Woman still like hide something because we know that. But nothing really and truly should be hidden. No, if you are bringing a certain amount of money and I cannot match that, right? It's simple common sense to say, well, me I make more money, then I go pay the mortgage, I go pay the more expensive bills because I didn't know it will even out the money. That means that the man not paying the bills, But
it don't work out the same way? Doesn't it work out the same way? Because if he pays what he does, what he's going to do, and I still have money, the house will still govern, don't it? Or is it that you're thinking, because I'm not going to be the one to be there and we're not going to have food and the bills not going to pay and insurance, we're not going to do that. So even if he spends his money to pay the bills, the house still are going to govern because I'm going to make sure that I cover all that he could not cover. I don't see the issue. And somebody raised a good point. Then I'm going to pay more. I'm going to be taking care of the kids. I'm cleaning the house and I'm cooking the food. Me and love talk about balance the scale. So why is it that because I earn more, I'm gonna spend more and still hold down the whole? I'm washing, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, and I'm raising
All right,
the
who
children.
pays the mortgage? Who pays the mortgage?
I mean, whoever agreed to pay the mortgage, so if the man wants to pay the mortgage,
No,
hold on. A mortgage is 100,000 a month.
Yeah,
no,
who pay the mortgage?
And when you take out a mortgage, you're out earning him twice as much. How will you do the mortgage?
I mean, if the mortgage is 100 and something, I can pay the mortgage. That's not a problem. Then he takes on the other bills, which still, if we're boiling down to saving him some money, it's still
so why not split the mortgage?
Huh?
Why not split the mortgage then?
I mean, that can, you see, to understand my bad, but that can work too. As it's, listen, it just boils down to what people agree. I'm accustomed to something. I'm accustomed to what people do.
Why you guys arguing with Chance? Remember, Chance says she don't believe in a 50-50, brother. That is just
No, I do not. But
so
as I said, you still have to do what works for you and your household.
We don't believe in a 50-50.
We don't believe in a 50-50.
I don't believe in it either.
I mean, and I'm glad you remember that.
I don't believe in it either.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, but then it boils down to what works for your house.
No, let me put it this way. I think a man, even if a man is being out earned, he would want to pay most of the bills. I think that's just how men are made.
Pride, and you know why Ryan's pride? His pride. He's gonna feel.
No, Ryan, me not do it.
It's going to.
Brother,
I'm not doing it.
Me not pay no most no bill, and then me I struggle till I next year. Me not go do that.
Hey, hold on. Let me read some of these comments. So Royalist mindset is saying Charms is lying. She will not respect a man if she is making more than
I will not respect a man. No, I will not respect a man that cannot take care of his family. Me earning more has nothing to do with it. Just what we just said. If he's taking care of his family, I have no issues if I'm earning more. That is the man that I won't respect is the man that.
So, all right, if we're going off this comment, right? The whole royalist comment. If she doesn't respect this man, why would she be married to him?
Exactly, because I would have known that I'm earning or I have the potential.
A lot of women are married to men who they don't respect.
No.
But why would
The
I?
respect comes before or after the marriage.
It
No.
comes.
Why would we reach
I
as
will get
far
into
as
that topic
marriage?
next anyway.
Remember, if
What
you
is that
guys are on
Ryan
here,
asked?
you know the type of man that I go for. I cannot
No, I
man
really
that
don't know. Can you
does not
educate
know how to be a man. Who told them no know?
Me no
me?
know.
Go on
See,
mute.
very clear.
Gio, let me talk
Every
to you.
time Charms is on this
Every
podcast,
time I
we
speak the same
know
thing at
the
all
type
times.
of
I
man.
will
The
not
song
and I
doesn't
cannot
change.
marry a man that I will not respect. I cannot marry a man that does not know how to be the backbone for his family, who don't know how to stand up and protect his family. I want a king so I can be the queen. My man must be the head and I am the neck. That is my relationship, my kind of relationship.
And
So
the
if
song never
a man does not
change. So I
present
don't get
those
it.
things to me, I cannot be in a relationship with him because I won't respect him, so I will not marry him. We're not gonna end up in that situation. It won't happen if I don't see the qualities that I want in a man.
So Dale Francis is saying modern women wanting traditional men. Mismatch.
Who
Who's
are the modern
modern?
women? What does he call a modern
If
woman?
we're calling women now modern women, these are also modern men,
Yeah,
because
but
these men
a,
are very whiny, right?
And that's
It
what
is
he's
so
saying.
unattractive.
Yo,
what?
It's
man,
so unattractive the way how a lot of men
What does that
whine
mean?
these days.
Go a Burger King for your king. No, sweetie, I don't need to go to Burger King for your king. My king takes care of all my bills. I'm quite fine. I do have a king. You don't have to worry about that. I
Just
don't have to
don't
go
put
to
your
Burger
hand
King.
where you
The
can't
Lord
reach,
provided.
yo,
Yeah, he
yo,
provided. That's why I can talk so strong
Daniel.
about the kind of man that I want because I have the provider.
Oh
Here,
boy.
here.
Here one now. Look here one. Because I'm gonna kill me today. Listen, Charles, this is what I'll say before we move on to the next topic, 'cause we have to run out of here quickly. Right? This is what I'll say, Charles, right? Again, as you said, everybody everybody will do what work for them, right? But again, I believe that if when you're married to somebody, all this little foolishness and this little tit for tat out of the door, all this little 50-50 out of the door, all this little, a man for the this, a man for the that out of the door. I think as a union, as a collective, you guys work together in order to make it work. Not like a boyfriend and girlfriend, not like a dalios, like a dalios round the road. Like this is like a marriage. If you make 2 times the money that a man make, automatically you're supposed to stand up and okay, babe, no
In
worry, I got
your
this.
household,
I want to see what
Yo,
the next 10 to 15 years look like because the women are out earning the men vastly
but
as
I
it is
don't see
right
what
now.
the issue is if the man, and we're having it
So
now where
interesting
men are
times
earning,
ahead.
Why,
are
why
taking
do you
care of
think
their
that is,
families and
Ryan?
they're earning less and it's not an issue. I had a
Why do
cousin,
you think
his
that
wife
is,
is from the
Ryan?
Bahamas. She came here making way more money than he was, and he handled his business until he decided that listen, him no want him wife to earn more than him, so he went and completed his master's degree. And
Mhm.
he
Hold
made left and right.
on.
He was handling he was taking care of his family. And she did not make a big deal out of the fact that her husband was earning less.
I tell you, any woman I get married to, the money, all money is going to one account. There's no split. No, since we can't get on one accord, everything go to one account and we spend from one account. One checking, one savings. Because this little, oh, your money, this one, forget married, all of this little foolish tit for tat, it go
Eh,
out again.
no,
I'm sorry.
no.
You go out the door. All right. So the last topic that we're going to discuss, another Ryan topic. Ryan wants to know if is a soulmate real? Is soulmate real? Is that a real thing? Ryan, can you elaborate on that,
I don't know
please?
nothing about that.
Well, I have heard so many. When you ask a person what is a soulmate, or a person is randomly describing a soulmate, you hear all kind of different descriptions. So, as far as I am concerned, there is no definitive um, uh, description of what a soulmate is, and based on that, I have doubts believing that such a thing is even real. I think it's a buzzword. So tonight I want to find out if it actually exists and if it's a real phenomenon.
So I see Gio shaking his head. What are you saying, Gio? Not real?
soulmate is real.
All right. So tell
Explain.
us tell us why it's
Mhm.
real, Gio.
All right. Uh,
Do you watch enough Disney and we can tell
I
them?
see. I see. All right. My my baby mother that I'm with now for over 5 years. The first time I saw her, we was in a bus we going go watch her. It was a father all long play at the National Arena, and I saw her in the bus. And I said to my friend, "Who is that girl?" I say, "Well, she not too talk to people, you know." I say, "I like her," and I say, "Try your luck." In a school, she was on the other side. The school compound, I was on the other side. Like through 6 years we in school, but it never had go anywhere. Then after we'll leave school now and we get her number, but she did her college. We can't need that talk and it never had go anywhere. Until about 4 or 5 years ago, I get back her number. I'm tell myself, say, "Yo, you know at the time, she's the mother of my child. We're there for 5 years. I might do things wrong. I should have give her my last name first before my daughter get it. But we still there here strong. So boy, I go say soulmate not there.
So-
Or not real.
That don't describe anything to me, except that you find
Exactly.
somebody 3, 4, 5 times in your life.
Why
I
not
know you're
describe
together.
why not describe anything to you?
Ryan, may I be honest with you, Ryan? I know some I agree with you. I don't think that exists. I just think it's a buzzword that then just fling right around.
Brother, soulmate is there. Soulmate is here.
Gio, up to now you
Even
can't
if you
give me the
take your
meaning.
time.
What's the meaning? That's what we want to
Exactly.
know,
And
man.
that's all I want. I mean,
So
Until then,
somebody
you
who
see,
put up with their shit,
based on what you just said,
have
in
a
Gio.
kid, stick around even though you never put a ring on it, that's just soulmate. Just because she's just soulmate, you are made for each other.
All
Alright,
right.
see who this spoon answer the question there.
Sylvie.
So my thing is, okay, what would you call? Okay, what would you call a person where
I did.
you and them grow up together, like when you grow up together, when you did day in a high school, probably break up, gone through college, come back after school and everything, and on the day back together, and it's like the chemistry never gone away. When you
Then
just
it's
Familiar
stick together,
territory. That's
huh?
just
somebody who you connect with.
Yeah.
familiar territory. A lot of
Connection.
humans do that. You
Yeah, you
know
connect.
this person already, so instead of rebuilding with somebody new,
I mean,
you
if
know
things
you
were
did not,
different,
you don't know this is
you'd have,
what happened.
if
So
things
that's
were different, you'd
familiar.
have connected with somebody else.
Yeah, it's familiar territory. A lot of
How is it
humans,
familiar? Well, wooden spoon, what is it familiar territory? I don't see this person in 10, 15 years.
You,
but
I've
you were
connected with.
already
you had the
there.
connection when you grew up, you know.
You were
You
already
grew up,
there.
I just
You
said
know
it.
what it is like being with this
But
person.
what happened to
Exactly.
those other persons that I've had connection with as well? Why
Yeah,
am
but
I
it
not
wasn't.
with them?
Remember, the difference is you were together from childhood days. You see this
Mm-hmm.
person grow up. These persons in between is not the same from this initial person. This is just
There you
familiar
go.
territory. How the body works, it always goes towards comfort, no matter what. What you're
Alright, so
most
Kims,
comfortable with. I know this person, I know her mother, I know her brother, I know her father, I know everything, I know her from diapers, I know, like this life. I can work on this because I know the root rather than a new person that I met in the middle. The whole breakup, blah blah. That it's just what's the Jamaican saying about all stick,
all fire stick easy for catch.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You get
Old
what I'm
room and new
saying?
corner.
You get
Old
what I'm saying? It's
old
just
room, no
familiar
corner. Something like
territory. It's just familiar territory. If you have been with someone who you've been with from a long time, you've been trying to date all these years, it's never been working out, right? You revisit the old person, this old person you were once were with, and had a real connection with. You see that this person is not the same as before. They've grown, they have the characteristics you're looking for. You say, boy, I'm gonna go back there still because I already know her. Your body is
yeah.
saying that, look, I've known this person, I know what she capable of, I know for sure so she not slash my tire like how old girl did do it. She might vex, she might cuss, but that's something we can work on. You get what I'm saying? This is just familiar territory. You know this person. The mother already like you, the father already like you, you already know all of the parents like why
That's
not?
it.
All
Alright,
right,
Kims,
so
I'm
now,
not straight through the door yet, Kims. Let me tell you why.
yeah.
Alright, take a animal for example, Zane, lion. You know that if you raise a lion from the lion is a cub, and you might send him away because him get big now and all of that. No matter how much years pass, you see if you go where that lion is, that lion will come to you and not hurt you
Well,
because of the connection that you and them developed from they were young. Yeah, they're always going to remember you. So it's basically the same thing.
all right. So let me ask another question. So let's say, like, I just believe this soulmate thing. All right. Hold on. So let me read this comment first. Yo, me and my wife are forward from primary school. I love off this girl from primary and she left for high school and after 7 years we link up again. We started dating in 2007 and now we're married for 9 years and together for 14. This is so
Congratulations. That is congratulations.
Yo, Ryan just bitter, brother.
No, boss. Listen.
Bitter, how is he bitter?
No, listen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Listen.
No, all right. Let me just chime in here for a bit. So some of the times when a person, most of the descriptions I get for soulmate is that one person that is the one for you. So I am just so fortunate to be in Jamaica and just happen to find that one person who will be the one for me. Are you saying if I did migrate to Canada, I wouldn't have found the one for me? If I had gone to America, I mean, people and people connect. You're a lot of different people going connect. You're a lot of people going share same interests, regardless of where in the world you go. You just happen to find that person where you are. So I don't think any one person, any definitive one person is here for us. It's just we through socialization and whatever it might be happen to gravitate to somebody and so forth. So I don't think any one specific person is for anybody. You can be in England and find somebody who you and them connect and you get married to. You can also be in Jamaica and find the person. Wherever you are. It's just...
So let me ask another.
Let me say one more something.
So let me ask a question. So what about if you have this woman, right? Say you have this woman and you guys are so connected where even if she talk to another man, you talk to another girl, like the connection where you two guys have will just never fade. Like it's
because
just
the sex good.
huh? What you say? What you say? No. You said because the sex is good?
Yeah.
But I'm supposed there was no sexual intercourse.
Then it never, no, not that a rubbish, that are just an anecdote I try putting.
Okay, so Kevs, using your example, why could that not have happened with somebody else just the same?
All right, but again,
it was a social construct made. The soulmate thing is just a construct made to push, partnership, right?
Yeah.
Once you find that person, you stick with that person because you.
But I don't think soulmate.
I think it's a romantic word for people to use.
I don't think a soulmate have to be the person we end up even married or the person we're in a relationship with. I don't think that person have to be a quote unquote soulmate. I think a soulmate can just be someone that
your best friend.
No, not even best friend. I just think there's someone where you have just a different connection with, where a deeper connection with, but you just can't get this connection with anybody else, no matter how hard you try. You go Canada, you go Europe, no matter where you go, you just have this particular connection with this individual, and this is just what it is.
But Kemar, how do you know that? Have you traveled the world to really connect with that many people to know that?
All right, so I'm 45, right? So me being 45 right now, I've experienced a lot of things in my 40. What are you looking at like that? I've experienced a lot of things in my 45 years, right? So within that 45 years span now, right? I've met so many persons, right? I've met so many persons. But then let's say, for example,
half the population of the world.
Yeah, but again, I can't go every single country in the world or whatever the case may be.
That's why you cannot say that you have that one true soulmate.
See here, according to the definition, soulmate can be a friend. Don't have to be a romantic partner. That's what I'm saying.
But I said best friend and you said no.
No, but no, I think you were asking if the title is a best friend. But no, like they're not even have to be. And I think as a soulmate, and I know you Jamaican men out there are very homophobic. But you have man who them soulmate is another man.
No.
You know what I say? You see what I say?
Right now the whole alphabet you forgetting, brother.
You see what I say? But it's true. You have soulmate where other men are their soulmates, and you have
No go road, go say that.
But Ryan, you know, like female always say why a man show emotion to his male friend more than him female when him go bed with a night time.
We did discuss this one night, in there.
I'll never there. Yeah, man. We discussed it one night, yeah, man. All
I
right.
just
One last question.
agreement, you know, man and them bromance.
What am name? Frano. Next week we are gonna have a call-in session, make a call-in and so. But one last question before we go, and I'll go around the table. Charm, since you're so big and hey boy, go on, Charm, since you're so big and partnership and no 50-50 and I want a man to lead and all of them stuff, right? I want to know, you know, we all have standards, right? As human beings, we all have standards, whether it be workplace, this, that, friends, enemies, whatever it is, we all have standards. I want to know from each and every one of us, what is, for somebody you like, for somebody you're really attracted to, what is the minimum thing you are willing to accept from the person that you're really into? Because I know you're saying you want to provide that, you want to this, but there must be a minimum. I say, boy, this person really not have dry shit, but yo, come in, man. What is the minimum you are willing to accept from? Just a minimum you are willing to accept from a man.
You can't ask Charles that.
Come back to me.
All right.
I think it's easier for a man answer. I think.
All right.
Because generally we tend to do this as men. We will take up a woman and we hold her down for a while, and while she get herself sorted out and support.
Because
so
she's pretty. Because I'm attracted to her. So a lot of men, their bare minimum is attraction. So once
looks at them something there, for real, yeah.
That is the
so some of the times we just take up a girl because she look good and we say, all right, we are going to go on whatever until she get herself started.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know.
So your bare minimum, Ryan, is that if she have looks, she don't have nothing else, but she have looks, you're willing to work with it.
Maybe for a while.
In there.
Maybe for a while. I'll see where it take with.
Okay. All right, Gio.
I'm adult right now.
Gio, I see you shaking the head. What is your bare minimum, boss? So you say, you know, boy, this woman are really not eating a boat. She have this and probably this can do something. So may I work with this.
Yeah, bare minimum I want to pick me.
Boy, that it kinda hard knowing say my previous relationship them is always something we stand out and in the same accordance. Like as where you say always go for girl with big bottom, always like me not go for like looks first, like pretty face and them something, but if she over 210 pounds and she do pin curl or push wave, she have me out.
You say over 210 pounds?
Yep.
Chicas.
Over. You say over, not under, over.
Over 210 pounds. She put in pin curl or push wave. She have me out.
Damn. I've never heard that one before.
God go with you coming out.
In book of power.
Charms, are you ready now, Charms?
I don't know.
So Charms, are you saying that you're not willing to accept a man at his bare minimum?
But what is the bare minimum?
That's right. I'm asking you.
Something. Give me something to work with, and I can answer you.
So Gio just said, if a woman have nothing, but she's 210 pounds or over, and she have the curl thing in her hair, come on, let's go. Ryan say, if she not have nothing, but she have little beauty, let's go. For me, yeah.
The same thing as Ryan, Cameron.
He's not a looks guy. He's not a looks guy. You can
Really?
be you can be
It's
medium
something to look
warm.
at.
Dog,
You
you
can be
lie like
medium
show, you know.
warm.
Man, lie.
Look
Lie
at
like
look
show,
at
you
Man,
know,
you
bad
can't
man.
be medium
remember,
warm.
beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, you know. So you might think that she warm or but she
Bro.
have fat
Mr.
and
Man,
that's
we
still a
talk
part
about
of
warm
look.
more than summer.
But
That's still a part
say,
of looks. The ass
if
is
you
still a part of looks. If it's something physically gravitating towards, looks is still
No.
there.
But remember, I'm tell you, Toki said the ass thing now really work for me again. If you have an ass,
Yeah,
it's a
now
big
really
wrong
work,
bang.
but it's a
Bro,
plus.
stop telling lies, bro. You know, say it's
We're lying
stupid.
to ourselves.
No,
Remember, we're trying to be as honest. We're not
I
judging
am,
anybody
I am,
here.
I am being super honest. I'm telling you, I'm being super honest. I
So
will
now that
never
you turn
ever.
off a girls with ass, you know, look
No,
at them.
no. I mean, I'll look, but I'll never date one. Like I'll never date one again, ever.
So be a flat body after the date now.
Lies.
Well,
Lie like show.
me not gonna say flat. I'm not gonna say flat, but we're not gonna have a pancake now. But if you're, slim, give me a slimmers. All right. For example, Charmian is slim. Like if a woman like Charmian come, would I date Charmian?
Oh,
Would I date Charmian body type? And
okay.
Charmian and a big body, but she
A
have
woman
Not
like
one.
a woman like
Not
Charmin,
one.
not Charmin.
huh?
A
Huh?
woman
Charmian,
like Charmin, not
Charmian,
Charmin.
off,
that's
Charmian
good.
off the
That's good.
market,
She
boy.
off the market.
What does I tell you? A
So
girl,
Jill,
a girl, honestly, full. There you go, Michelle. There you go.
No, make the podcast
There you
cool,
go,
Michelle.
Michelle.
No, make the
Especially,
podcast cool.
especially can hold a good conversation. If I
No, make
can
the
yeah,
call and
that
podcast
talk to
that
you on
cool.
the
that's
phone,
critical for real. Yeah.
if I can call and talk to you on the phone and the conversation flow, I'm already interested without even knowing anything about you. So that would be my bare minimum. Yes, Michelle, thank you. But let me tell you, full disclosure, Zine, the girl over here try feature right now. It's a slim as us. Like it's a slim as.
Yo, dog, I feel your waist.
That's a try feature.
Bro, it's a
Like, you might
slim
try
as.
to convince himself, say, yo, this me like, this me
It's a,
like,
Yo,
this me like,
no, it's
this
a
me
slim.
like.
It's a
I
You
slim
feel
as
can hold
your
fuck.
waist,
conversation
brother.
and
Feel
this me
your
like.
waist.
And
You
she's
feel like you go yoga class. Put your
and
head
she's
off in a
like
grill.
and she's similar to Charmian body type. That's why I'm saying like Charmian.
Make sure you lock her down. She's a very good woman. I can tell you that if she's anything like me.
No, man, shall bother your pocket, them brother.
Huh?
Every woman will bother your pocket. You know,
Everyone.
No, not every.
every
Not
woman
every.
will bother your pocket.
Nope.
You can
Not
say the
every
thing, not
woman.
every. You can go in there with that mindset.
But
Say if
in,
I buck
Every
up,
woman
if
will
I buck
bother
up
your
and
uh,
some
pocket.
riff raff, brother.
yo, Kems,
Yeah.
My
Kems.
minimum,
After
my
this
bare
class,
minimum is
if your
under 40
family,
years old. That's what I'm gonna go
I
with.
know, I
Under
know.
under 40
yes,
or over
that's
40.
my bare minimum as well, under 40.
Under
Jabba.
40
Really?
is my
Guy,
You need to
minimum.
job up
guy
for
you know,
Vinny,
is what
brother. Vinny
40.
needed
Really,
contact
wooden
money.
spoon?
Yeah, that's the bare minimum. Like, okay, you can work with, but you can have a mind of over 40, but in my 38. Okay.
Me, you tell such man say good age when he's a 40.
Yeah, because the person dating is 46.
See it there? Royalist mindset. If she's anything like Charms, run Kims.
Rolly doesn't, whatever her name is, she doesn't know me, so she can form her
I,
opinion.
I don't,
But
that's probably a
Running
guy.
is good
there's
exercise.
there
It won't come back.
That's probably a
females like we have the caliber mindset like with Charms have. It rare them find man that can match up to them like rare.
No.
No,
No, Charms.
I
You have
find
to
it
No,
every
understand.
day.
no.
I just don't entertain
Charms.
them. It's not hard.
You have to
It's
understand in
not
a Charms.
hard.
Remember say you're smart, you know what you want out of life. It's not every man can manage a strong and a smart woman and know what they want out of life, you know.
Well, that's true.
So
That's true.
you're on a lucky part if you have somebody to call your own right now. To be honest.
And I guess that's why I tend to go for older men. That's my cup of tea. That is my pot of coffee.
Me
If I
too. I
do
like
talk
the
to a
girl.
younger man, he has to have a mature
Hold
mind.
on. What is older meant for you?
Older men
40
for
and
me?
over.
Yeah.
She just said it.
How old am I now? I'm in my 30s now. 40s.
Because you just under 40 a while ago.
No, No, she said that's the bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Oh, bare minimum. Sorry, yeah, that was the discussion. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. So you'd have talked to man in a 40s chance.
In them 40s?
Yeah.
Yes.
And 50s too.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, what kind of question that you actually? I mean, I'm not gonna tell you my business, but I mean, we should know this. Yeah.
So, Jim, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
If the house are burned down and she knock out, how that go?
Yo, you know, say, my friend asked that
Huh?
already.
Because Gia said them like
But
210.
I
You know,
can't,
Gia
I
them
can't
like
leave
the
up
over
my, I can't
210.
leave up my girlfriend. I can't leave her up.
Rubbish. For 2 seconds.
And I take the youth later.
Yeah,
It seems because they look simple. Man,
Yeah, look.
man thick still not dog. Even though I'm a pre man, but yeah.
Yeah, but for how long? You can't pick her up for run. You pick her up for them, like
Muscular.
go 3 step and then drop her back. You don't pick her up for run out.
Dog muscular man, you can lift her up, man.
Oh.
But I have a weird question for both you
Yes,
females.
I'm always no. I don't. A sugar daddy, no. I don't do sugar daddies. I don't do
So I have a
that.
question for both of you females. So, like us men,
I want
I'm
go on
hearing
like some.
Whatever you eat, oi. Whatever you eat, you can stop.
it's not
Gio,
from my
man.
side.
Gio, I want going over there, Gio. Careful, little Gio.
Yeah, mute your audio.
Yeah. Go ahead, Levon.
Alright, so the weird question I have for both of you. Like, we as men, see a woman pan a regular and we're having the conversation and say, yo, mother, F that you're less still. Do you women have that same sort of conversation when you see a guy that you probably have some sort of attraction to?
Everybody have that conversation.
Everybody.
Yeah.
As in,
To that level. I think you come with a good question.
Hold on. So, Levon, so your question is that, like, when we see a woman, we say, oh, we would sleep with that woman. The women feel the same way?
you like have the same, basically the same conversation. Like we just brawling like they
We
like
see that
say
so many
Yes,
brawling.
Levon,
times.
them brawling the same way.
Women swoon over guys so much. Just go on Instagram, like, you know, it's a normal thing.
So what happens if you're quote unquote drooling over a guy, but know that guy? Because let's be honest, some of the girls them were drool over, they've never yet approached me. But let's say the guy who wanna drool over, now the guy come and approach you. What is the interaction like?
It doesn't have to get into anything. Of course, some women will act on it. It depends on who you are. If that was your goal to get his attention so you guys could pair up, then yeah, them going to go advance to it. Some of it is just, I can be like, I like what I see. Him look touchable, him look like, somebody look like eat something off. But then like, a lot of guys are attracted to them and then once you get to talk to them, they're like, I really him with it like. Nothing more than a face, nothing more than a body. So we don't have to act on the lust, We could just be like, better just about the talk. Just let me just look and just imagine type of thing. Not all the time we're gonna act.
And you, Charles, are you the same way?
Repeat the question.
No, so if you have a quote unquote eye candy, and then the eye candy now approach you, what's the conversation like? Is it an accelerated conversation or no, it starts to slow down?
And the what slows down?
No, the conversation slows down. Because remember, you see this guy and you're thinking in your head all the things that you would do to him. Oh boy, would I do this? Boy, would I do that? Would I go up on my head top? Would I do this, that, right? But then the guy now approaches you and starts talking. Right? Where does the conversation go from there? I mean, we're not getting any business in the book.
No, it's generally it doesn't go anywhere. It's almost like my little fantasy in my head, and then now that you have an interest in me, or you're showing me that you have an interest in me, it kills it. So I can see you and I think you're attractive and I'm fantasizing. Doesn't mean I really want you. It's just what I'm seeing that I enjoy seeing it and I like thinking about it. When you are coming to me, I lose interest. I don't want because I don't generally I have an interest. Right. I never end up in relationship with anybody that I found attractive first. No. If I find you attractive first, it's not gonna go anywhere. I know it sounds weird, but it sounds weird. I know, but that's just the truth. If I find you attractive first, and then you approach me, it doesn't go anywhere. My relationships are always people who I never see, never have an interest in, and didn't even notice. You could be right beside me, I don't even notice you, and then you approach me
It
and
just
it goes
happened one
somewhere.
day.
You spark my. It's
Yeah.
almost like you spark my interest. So now I'm trying to get to know this person, and the more I get to know about you, it turns me on. Opposed to you turn me on from the first time I see you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm fantasizing. I don't really want you when you approach me. I know it don't make no sense. It makes sense in my head, but
It makes sense to other
Of
people.
course,
yeah,
it
it
does.
makes
It's
sense
not
in
for
my
them.
head.
It's not for them to understand. You know, you just as you have, communication between women, you have things about
I
men
am
that we
sure
just
it
don't
makes sense to
understand.
with the spoon as well.
Of course,
No,
of
Makes
no,
Yeah, man.
sense.
course.
well, let me
Look,
give
Of
you.
course.
look
It's
at
a
this
female
scenario.
thing, you know. It's a
Look
female
at this
thing.
Who is
scenario.
Rollies?
Look at this.
Rolly have a problem with me or something?
No, he's in the comment section. He let
Is
it
that
know
a
in the
male or a
comment
female?
section.
That
I
must
don't,
All right.
that
I don't
looks
know
like
who
a
that
male.
person is.
Yeah, one of
Okay,
them.
Rolly need to go take him pill, man. Migraine and act up.
Really suffering from, past, past trauma.
Right,
Just
I like to
because
be chased. Right, see, Michelle, smart woman. I like to be chased, and I feel like if I'm attracted to you first, and I'm thinking, I'm fantasizing, it's almost like I wasn't. It's so easy. It wasn't a chase. You just came and bam. Opposed to,
No, but Charmaine, it's not like I know you chase him.
I know, but it's just like because I'm thinking all these
Toxic
things
trait.
already. It feels like I was. It's just too easy.
All
I
right,
don't.
look at the
It's a
situation,
toxic
right?
trait.
Look at the situation. The men, they see some woman, and the woman, they do everything to make the woman think that yes, I am the man that's supposed to be in your life. In the man's mind is, me just want some cat, In her life is, wow, him really like me because I'm do all these things for me. But he's just playing the game. He's just playing the part to get some front and then cut. So no, after him get it and she get ghosted, she's like, what the hell just happened? Like, really, like, what just happened? He did all of this just to just disappear. So it's kind of like, just as we can understand the effort that you put into for that, you cannot understand what we're thinking about when we have certain, look, we're confusing.
That's it. That be case. Resident out of
Right.
it.
I don't think will ever make sense to
Yeah,
them when
we
but
won't.
I know it makes
It's
sense
just
up
not for
here.
each of us to understand. We understand ourselves as women. Men
Right.
understand men. It's just
Oh,
not. It's not. It's just never
It's
meant to
true. You know,
be
it's true because
understand.
a man will sit down and you sit down for a year just waiting to hit the one time you want the vagina, just that one time, and you sit down and you bitch on it
Once
for a year.
you're
And then
good.
after you get it, it's like, why you didn't put in all that work? Why you chat her up? You message her every day to check on her, you invite her out for ice cream, all of this, tell her all these things just to hit it one time. I cannot understand that. And
What
I
you
don't
mean
know
they
what
can't?
is in that to
how
not understand?
That is easy to
That is
understand.
so
Yo,
why
easy.
you why
Okay.
one
Kems,
year
Why
so
Kems,
much
not?
months for what reason?
Why not?
Kems.
But why?
Say
Still the thing is
like
why?
charms them a behave and I say
We
why
get
and why. Say when a female give a man one and a look back that hot,
If
and
what?
you guys
The
might
thing,
surprise and say, woman
I
do
know
that,
I
yes,
know
female
that.
do it.
I know
yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
there's just sometimes I
bro,
give a one and love as a woman, but
bro,
like it's not as
you used to
often
have
as
this girl. You used to have
man.
this girl on a grade of Portmore bus. The man them call her 1F, and you can figure it out because
But then
she
color?
Young
one
cut.
FUCK.
Yo,
Because you will there is no man in a greater Portmore will get more than one. Only one you get. You better make use of your one chance because that is it. That is it. And she will move around the place or whatever, but you only get one. You only get one, brother. And
you know that the funny thing, Kems, are them female them married and find love.
it's cool, the
Yes,
man.
sir.
That them
Just,
Yes,
know what them
sir.
want.
Right,
just cool.
Kems?
Huh?
Right,
Them know
Kems?
what them want, man.
I'm sorry?
No, I'm saying right. Jay's
Oh,
right, right?
oh,
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. I guess so. I guess so. I
That
would
sound like
come,
an inside joke.
name myself Jeffrey Dahmer now. What the backside is left?
I was going in a group.
Hey, listen, man.
I'm going to put up bone too.
Jeffrey never eat money now, so I
Hey,
mean like
but
him, yeah.
but on a serious level, chance, let me tell you. You see, just like how you talk about you like to be chased, we like to do the chasing, you know. So I
Yes.
believe men, you know, obviously knowing them a whole age, when I sit down and wait for no man a year, 2 year, no. But when you're in high school and everything, you have absolutely no problem sitting, waiting 1 year, 1.5 year. In the meantime, you still have the other pieces
To
them
get
on the side
one.
are dating, you know, and are dating. But you know, so you wait for this one person because it's like when you reach a finish line, it's like I accomplish something, I get my gold medal, I'm gonna move on. That's
And
just
you're
really what
done.
it is.
That is it, Sham. That's why some of the time you just go for one and done. Because you're already the chase is over.
Yeah, the chase is over.
Repeat
You
again,
understand
right?
it
I
now?
didn't hear you.
You
I
understand it
didn't
now?
hear you. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear what you said.
I said the reason why sometimes men will wait for a year to get one and move is because the chase, the
It's
thrill
an
of the chase.
accomplishment for
So
them.
when you
Like
get it
yes,
now, the chase is over.
Well, I
that's why
mean, I
I
guess it
never
makes
dated in
sense.
high school.
It makes sense. As I always tell women, don't bother sit down and you're going to say to a man, oh, I'm not going to give him it until 6 months, until 2 years' time, because if it is
Yeah,
just like
90-day rule of foolishness.
that's what he's going to take. So if
Me
it's the
personally,
first date,
90 days and
it
you
doesn't
not show
matter
the
when, it's just
interest
what.
like that.
Sorry?
Me don't want it. So me personally, if like for example a guy in his mind like, oh, she's gonna make me wait 90 days, so he's gonna pretend to be a gentleman 90 days. Me to the first date, me to the second date, and give me a little hint like, sexual attraction type of
Right.
thing. I'm gone.
Right. I agree.
I'm a very sexual person. No one get that out of the way.
Out of the way. Because
Like,
imagine wooden spoon, you sit
cause
down and you wait 6 months and him don't have any use.
that is a big
Oh my
criteria for
gosh.
me. No,
I don't know
me
why would
will
I
be
tell
the
me.
one where I push like, so like,
Then the same thing with we when I make a chase for so long when we get it after the year, like,
no, no,
really this
no,
wait
no.
fun.
Maybe a first time fright, that's an excuse you guys make, right? First time fright.
No, sir. It just wasn't
Like,
enjoyable.
like a 10 second. I just afraid it's too excited, Just give me a second chance.
I think we can definitely touch on that next week because I really want to know what you women think, during that time, during
What
that
during
time.
what time?
Sex.
If the man falls short 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 15 seconds, what is the thought process? Are you saying what a walk this man? Like I want to know what the thought process go through it and so. But we'll touch on that next week because
Yeah, yeah.
times have to go, me have to go, everybody have work tomorrow and school and all that.
Except me.
Yeah, four
Oh, you're
o'clock in
off
the
tomorrow?
morning.
Mm.
Oh, you're both.
Look here.
Lucky you.
Kems, you
My day
know
starts
why?
4
Because the side get
a.m.
beat up in the boy and make sure same thing the day of a company show country beat. Oh, you know him, man. You're not smart.
All right, so Charms, thank you. Wooden Spoon, thank you. Gio, thank you. Ryan, thank you.
Yeah, man, bless.
Producer, thank you. Everyone in the comment section, thank you for the engagement. Next week, Kiss is saying she don't know how to chase a man. Don't worry, Kish. Next week, we're going to teach you how you go ahead and chase a man. All right. So next week, we're going to have a call-in segment so people can call in and give their thoughts, etc., etc. So, girl, too
Too
nice.
nice fish. Too nice. Oh gosh.
All right, gentlemen and ladies, you guys have a great night. All right.